Hello everyone, my name is Maciek, Witold is also with me, and today we will show you the demo game of Gods of War Robert Lee historical war game. So we will show you how the game works. We will play a couple of turns to show you game mechanics, the main features of the game. Okay, that's a small battle board just to show the demo of the game. We've got two camera views, this one and the second one here, also with some close-ups, so we will use them for this demo game. Okay, as you probably know, the Gods of War Robert Lee is a game which is dedicated to play big battles. So one base symbolize one brigade of about 1500 soldiers or maybe more, so you'll be able to play even the biggest battles of the period like Gettysburg, like Solferino and so on, because if you field just 10 bases you will have 15,000 soldiers, so a big battle. You can watch some movies on our YouTube channel with the showdown of some battles like Gainesmill and so on and so on. Okay, so let's start the game. Enough talking, we will talk of course during the game, but let's start the game. First, of course, before the battle you have to make your army list or use some historical one. Of course, there you buy your corps, your divisions, and then when you meet your fellow player, your fellow opponent, you have to draw your generals. If you have, for example, two corps, then you take the generals deck and you will draw two corps commanders. Every army got more of them, yes. So, for example, the Confederates, they've got A.P. Hill, Thomas Jackson, James Longstreet, and some other corps commanders, and you will draw two of them if you have two corps in your army. For this demo game, I will play as Confederates. Witold will play as the Union player. I have two corps commanders. It's Thomas Jackson, James Longstreet, and Robert E. Lee as a commander-in-chief. So a pretty good draw. We start with the initiative roll. Okay, so before we start each turn, we have to roll for initiative. Each commander, he's got his command skill. Yes, in case of Robert Lee, it's 7. So he will have 7 dice, 7 command dice. He will use that dice for issuing orders, for the initiative roll. So the game is about managing the dice. I have to choose at the beginning of the turn how many dice I will use for the initiative roll, because I will not be able to use them until the next turn. So if Robert Lee got 7 dice, and he also gets 2 dice for 2 corps in his army. That's a special feature for the commander-in-chief. So he will have a total of 9 dice. And I will use it to initiative roll, to issue orders, and so on. So I will have to choose carefully to what I have to use these dice. Lee is a pretty good commander, so he's got enough dice, not always enough, but there are many other commanders who will have fewer dice. You will have to manage your dice more carefully. Okay, let's start with the initiative roll. I will take 3 dice to roll for the initiative. Yes, it's best to take all of them, because you don't want your opponent to know how many dice you will use. So take all of them, then take 3 to your other hand, not showing it to your opponent, of course. Yes, and then roll your dice. Yes, we roll the dice here. Okay, that's the only one roll in the game where you have to make a sum, yes, of the roll. So I've got 16 in total. Witold got 8, so it's my initiative. I'm at that turn. So we take that dice, and the general will be able to use them on the next turn. So for this turn, it's not possible to use them again. So I have 6 dice on Robert E. Lee remaining. And now we will start the first turn. And the main difference between Gods of War, Robert E. Lee, and many other historical war games and war games at all is the system of fog of war and the system of patrol markers. So in many games you usually deploy your units already on the battle. But we wanted that the player, that you will feel like a real commander-in-chief. Yes? And you have to remember that in 19th century, the information about your opponent's army, about his moves, and so on, you have very little information about that. Yes, so the fog of war was an extremely important part of the 19th century, and not only 19th century battlefields, and we wanted to show that. And to show that, we did a system of patrol markers. So each army, instead of deploying the corps already on the battlefield, will deploy the patrol markers. Every corps, and I have 2 of them, one of Jackson's, one of Longstreet. Vitold also got 2 Union Corps, have 2 patrol markers. I will put them here on the table to show you, maybe a close-up. Yes, we have 2. I have 2 patrol markers, and one of them, they all got numbers. Yes, I will show you. They all got numbers. I hope you can see them. Yes, for example, here is 5. Yes, and here is 8. So before a battle, I have to memorize or write somewhere that under the patrol marker number 5 there is a Jackson's Corps, and under the patrol number 8 it's nothing. So it's just a patrol. Yes. The Confederates, normally every army got 2 patrol markers for every corps. The Confederates, they get 1 additional. Yes, so with 2 corps I will have 4 plus 1 patrol markers, so 5. 2 with corps, 3 just patrols. And at the beginning of the turn, you will move that patrol markers and try to get in the distance to reveal a patrol markers of your enemy, because he will use also a patrol markers. And the main thing with the fog of war is that you don't know which patrol marker of your enemy is hiding a corps and which is just a patrol, and your enemy too. So you can misguide your enemy about your intentions, and you have to, as a real commander-in-chief at that time, also try to guess about the enemy's intentions. Yes, because when you see a patrol marker on a hill, yes, that's possible. It could be artillery of some army reserve artillery or something like this, but it also could be an empty patrol marker, and the enemy put artillery somewhere in some different place. Yes, so it's very common to misguide your enemies, and it gives a possibility for lots of strategies. Okay, so let's put a patrol markers on a battlefield. Usually the deploying zone is 6 inches here, so I will, because I want the initiative, so I will put a patrol marker on the battlefield. Because our demo table is small, we will put the patrol markers just maximum 3 inches. It's normally it's 6. Yes, I will change the camera. It will be better for you. Okay, that's my first patrol marker. Vitold will now put his first one. Yes, you see, near the base of operation. Okay, I will put another one here. So it's one after one, yes? Another one Union patrol marker here, okay. I will put another one there. Okay. One here. And the last one there. Okay. When all patrol markers are deployed, we will start a game. We'll start the next phase, the so-called patrol phase, which is played alternately. So in that phase, we will move all the patrol markers if they are present. Of course, we can skip on our movement. We don't have to move all of them. Normally, a patrol marker can move up to 12 inches. So it's your choice where to move it. When the patrol marker is moving along the road, it can travel up to 18 inches, so 6 inches more. When your patrol marker will close to enemy patrol to 12 inches, you have to stop. You don't go nearer than 12 inches because when you hit the border of 12 inches to enemy patrol marker, you have to stop and reveal what is hiding under that patrol marker. You and your opponent, of course, you both have to reveal. Is it core or is it just a patrol marker? Yes. Some terrain features like hills, like built-up terrain, like forests, they decrease the view zone to 6 inches. So, for example, this patrol marker, number 5, it's beyond the hill. So he will see only 6 inches. Yes, not 12 as normally. Here 12, yes, that's the normal terrain, so he will see for the 12 inches, but everything that is beyond the hill, he will see it only for 6 inches. If I would move him beyond that built-up terrain, he will also see for 6 inches there, but here it's 12 inches. So you have to, and you may use the terrain features to shorten the view range of the patrols. Okay, so it's the proper place. I will move my first patrol marker. You can do all the measurement at the patrol marker's face. On the other ones, not. You have to guess, for example, the charge distance, but at the patrol phase, it is possible also. Okay, we put that green field to show that better that there is a forest there. I will move my patrol marker up to 12 inches here, and I already gained one strategic point. I will put a flag here to show that it is already mine. Okay, I moved my first patrol marker, so now it's Witold's turn. He can measure all the patrol markers. Yes, that's a clean terrain. No obstacles, no forest, no built-up terrain, so it's 12 inches. You can measure, as I said, whenever you want. Okay, and you see Witold moved his patrol marker up to 12 inches. Maybe a close-up you will see. Oh no, out of there. He moved his patrol marker to 12 inches, and we have to reveal our patrol markers. We have to say what is hiding there. I have only a patrol there, so just a patrol. Witold only have a patrol, so we remove that patrol markers from the battlefield. Okay, where is the Union call? Where is the Union call? I will move my patrol marker number 3. It went here. Now Witold will move his patrol marker. Of course, the normal table is bigger. It's usually 4 to 4 feet or 4 to 6 feet, or even bigger if you play real big battles. But yes, 4 to 4 feet or 120 centimeters is the usual size of the table. So you have the possibility of more movements, more hiding places for your patrols, and so on. So Witold moved his another patrol marker up to 12 inches of my patrol marker. Yes, you see two of them, one is here, one is here. Yes, and we have to also reveal our patrol markers. I have one core there, Longstreet core. I will deploy it. What's there?
Sedgwick core.
Okay, so we'll deploy both our cores. I'll decide as an initiative possessing player. How to deploy? You have to draw a line between both the patrol markers. Yes, there. So it is a line, yes, 12 inches between our patrols, and you can deploy all your brigades of your corps within 6 inches to left, to the right, and to the rear. Yes, patrol marker. So you cannot deploy your units closer to the enemy patrol marker. Yes, 6 inches there, 6 inches there, and 6 inches there. So I will decide that I will put two of my brigades, infantry brigades. I will put them even here on a field, one beyond the second. Now I will put my division commander. I will put also my corps commander, so it's Longstreet, in general Longstreet. And then when I deploy the first corps on the battlefield, I have to field also a commander-in-chief. So I have to put him somewhere, anywhere on the table. I will put him on a hill. On a hill. Okay, now I can take my patrol marker. I will wait for Witold to deploy all the corps on that field. So yes, Witold is deploying his troops. Yes, also 6 inches to the left, 6 inches to the right, and 6 inches, maximum 6 inches to the rear. It's enough that a fragment of your base will be in that area, so you don't have to put all of your base inside that field, that 6 inches field. And so just put a fragment of your base inside it. Yeah, that Witold also deployed infantry brigades, and one of the brigades got an additional stand which shows that that brigade have a light infantry regiment added. We will explain it later, but we use so small bases just for information purpose to show that the brigade got light infantry regiment additional to increase its firepower. And so a big corps with 5 brigades. Oh my, that's a lot of blue uniforms there. I can remove my patrol marker. Well, I've got just tiny corps of 2 brigades. What to do? What to do? Okay, let's back to the wider area. It's my time for deploy patrol markers. But what happened now? When Witold deployed his units, one of his units is now closer than 12 inches to my patrol marker, and units also reveal the patrol markers. So I have to, during the deployment, I have to say what is hiding there, and it's just a patrol, so it's empty. So I remove my patrol marker number 8, and I've got just 2 remaining. Okay, I will move a patrol marker number 2. Just will check. Okay, if I move along the border, I will move it here. Okay, so patrol number 2 moved here. Now Witold's turn. He will move one of the patrol markers. As you can see that the bases together because when the base is together, like my two here, they gain a support. They give a support to each other. Yes? For example, this base will have a support of 1, 2, 3 brigades. Witold will move his patrol.
To reveal. Yeah.
Okay. I will reveal. I have to reveal. We've got 12 inches between our patrols, so I will have to reveal. 2 is also empty. Just the patrol. And yours?
Empty.
Okay.
Just the patrol.
Just also empty. Empty. My last one. My last one. And now I will use the cover of the build-up terrain. Remember that I said that some terrain features block the line of sight of the patrols. It decreases to 6 inches. So when I'm beyond that built-up terrain, I see the enemy units or patrols, not for 12, but for 6 inches. So I will be able to move up here, approximately, yes, from the measuring from the base here, yes, using the built-up terrain as a cover. So I will move my patrol marker number 7 here, yes, up to 6 inches, and now I have to reveal it because I close to 6 inches beyond that terrain, and my main core is there. So the Jackson's core, that's the line, so I can deploy my troops 6 inches to the left, 6 inches to the right, 6 inches to the back. So I will deploy, yes, that's the line on my right flank of my patrol. I already gained another strategic point. My units are there. So 2 brigades here, 2 brigades, another 2 brigades here. Okay, let's move. We can move the commander-in-chief, and artillery battalion here. Okay, I have to put the division generals. They have to be no more than 6 inches from your brigades. Yes, so that's the division of George Pickett with 2 brigades, and that's him. That's the division of D.H. Hill, Daniel Hill, with 2 brigades of Daniel Hill, and my corps commander, which is Longstreet, which I will put him here. And then I create some chain of command, because you have to keep your division commander 6 inches from your brigades. Of course, you can move them further away, but the result will be that your brigades will not be active. So keep them 6 inches from your division commanders from brigades of that division. Then keep your division commanders also 6 inches from your corps commander. Yes, so he will be able to give them commands. And it's best to keep your corps commander as close as possible to your commander-in-chief. The first measurement, the first stage is 12 inches. If you keep your corps commander within 12 inches to your commander-in-chief, it is easiest to give the orders. So every further 12 inches, it will be harder to give the orders by +1. Yes, so when it's 13 inches, you need 1 more success. If it's 25 inches, it will be 2 more successes, and so on and so on. Yes, so my commander-in-chief is there, division commanders, corps commander, whole of my army is deployed. I removed my patrol marker.
Pass.
Okay. Witold, he just said that he will not move the patrol marker. He will just say pass. He can deploy the units at the end of the phase. Okay, because we moved all patrol markers, we can declare, starting from the player who has initiative, that we will deploy our units. Because I don't have any patrol markers, then I will not deploy any more units. But Witold declares that he will deploy units at the end of the patrol phase And he's deploying his small corps with one division of 2 brigades on my right flank. Okay, that will be interesting. So when the patrol phase is over, then we go to the command phase. And what is important? If your units, if your patrol marker moved this turn and your units were revealed and you deployed them, then the only one order you can give them is the defense. If your patrol marker didn't move that turn, like the one here, yes, and you deploy your units on a battlefield on the same turn, you can give any orders you want. So you have to plan carefully. As the rule is written also for not to prevent the units from moving something like 24 inches for a turn, because if you will be able to move 12 inches the patrol and then give a march order, it will be a really fast march, like an armor division or something. No, we are in the 19th century, so not yet tracked units. So we can give the orders. I will explain some few words about the orders, because we've got 3 of them. Yes?
3 types.
3 types of orders. Let's make a close-up. Okay, for the units. The first one is defense. Yes, so I've got defense order. The second one is the march order. And the third one is advance order. Yes, I can choose between that 3. With the defense order, I can just move up to 3 inches, so a very slow movement, but I gain some bonus for the defense. When the enemy will attack me, my units, I will get some firefighting bonus. When I give march order, my units will move fast, but as in the defense order, I will not be able to attack any enemy I want. To attack any enemy I want, I have to give the advance order. Yes, so if I want to advance to attack my enemy, I will have to give advance order. But as I said, on the first turn, because all my patrol markers, they moved, I can give only defense order on the Jackson's Corps, and on the Longstreet Corps, it's also the defense order. Yes, and Witold will also, at the start of the command phase, will also put the orders there.
Done.
Okay. And then, starting with the initiative player, we will reveal our orders one by one. Yes?
We are starting now activation phase.
Yes, that's the activation phase, which is played alternately. I decided that I will activate first the Jackson's Corps. I show the order, I reveal the order, it's defense, and then I have to test it. And here is a funny thing. Here is a second important thing in the Gods of War, because as I said, you are the commander-in-chief, and you are commanding real people, yes, and they will behave like a real people, almost, yes. So in many occasions, they will do things you don't want them to do. The difficulty of giving an order comes from combination of the general's character and the type of order. So, for example, we've got Stonewall Jackson here. Yes, General Jackson. He is here. I will show you the maybe I will change the camera. Sorry. It will be easier like that. We've got General Jackson here. I hope you can see. So he is aggressive. We've got also a neutral character and cautious. And when I want, and as I said, the difficulty of issuing an order comes from combination between the order and the character of the general. So the aggressive general, it will be very easy for him to pass advance order, and very hard to pass a defense order. Because he wants to attack, he doesn't want to just sit and watch the enemy, yes? The cautious general, it will be very difficult to give him an advance order. He's afraid of his enemy, he don't want to attack. And very easy to give him defend order. Yes, just sit and defend that area. And as a commander-in-chief, remember that you have to plan your movements and manage your generals. Because if you are planning some flanking maneuver and so on, don't give this complicated plans to the weak generals, to the weak cautious generals, because they won't be able to do it. If you want to defend some hill, it's not a good idea to put an aggressive general there, because when you make a blunder, he will just attack enemy. Yes, the neutral ones are the easiest to manage, yes, because they pass an order, every order on that same difficulty level. Okay, how to make a test to pass an order? I have to take at least one dice from my commander-in-chief. Let's make it wider. So I've got just 6 dice on General Robert Lee, so my commander-in-chief. I will take 3 of them, so a lot. Because Jackson is aggressive, I don't want him to attack on the first turn. That will be crazy. Okay, and I will take the 3 dice from the Robert Lee. Yes, just that dice. Just imagine the aide de camp just going to the corps commander. That's the dice, yes. And as many dice as I want from my corps commander. I will take all of them. So a lot of dice. Because to pass a test, an order test, if your general is neutral, to pass an order test, you need 2 successes. A success is a roll or on 4+. So every roll in the game, excluding the initiative roll, in every roll a success is on 4+. It doesn't change. It's always 4+. What you change is the number of dice you roll. And it only increases. So it will be very easy to calculate for you. So no complicated mathematics. So I take the dice. It will be 8 of them. To pass the test for a neutral general, for the order test, I need 2 successes. Because Jackson is aggressive and I gave him defense order, I will need 3. If a Jackson was cautious and I gave him the defense order, he would need only just 1. Yes? And again, a cautious general would need 1 to pass a defense order, 2 to pass a march order, and 3 success to pass advance order. Yes, so you have to manage your dice. Okay, I will roll here, maybe here. It's 5, so another success. It's 4. Yes, I've got 3 successes and 5 failures. Yes, so that was very hard, but yes, it was good to give the 8 dice for that roll. I have to remove that dice. I won't be able to use them that turn, so no more dice for Jackson and only 3 on Robert E. Lee. But I passed an order, so I can move, and I will move with the defense order up to 3 inches, and I will use it, yes, to move there and to close to my enemy. I will leave my artillery on a hill, and then, because in the activation phase you do everything. Yes, when I finish my core movements, all shootings, all fighting, the opponent will move his core, will activate his core. So the activation phase is alternate. This way, it's always something fascinating on the battlefield happen. Yes, it's not I go, you go, so you wait for half an hour for your opponent to end his movement. No, it's always something is happening. So I move my units and then I will shoot with my artillery, with my Napoleon guns. I have to declare my target. My target will be, I declare shooting to that infantry base, which is here. Okay, when I declare my shooting, I have to measure distance. My distance, my fire distance is maximum 12 inches. So yes, it's within the distance, of course. I'm on the hill, so I can shoot over my units. Yes, it is possible. I see the enemy because I'm on the hill, and I will roll for a hit. So with artillery, you buy for every stand can have 1 up to 3 batteries. So 24 guns maximum on that stand. So a battalion of artillery. Every battery will have 1 dice. There are some modificators, but when you're shooting, for example, to flank, to some weakened units or something like that, you will add a dice, more dice, but for now it is just 3. Okay, I will roll it 3 dice and see if it's any success there.
Reroll.
Just 1, but yes, because I'm on a hill, it's easier to target the enemy units from the hill. I can re-roll up to 2 dice from the hill. So once again, and yes, a good roll. 1 failure, another success, so 2 success, but one of them is 6. And artillery has some special rule. When you roll a 6, it's not just a success. It's additionally a special hit. It's automatic hit, a 6. So the Union Brigade just lost the 1 cohesion level. When the brigade will lose all its cohesion level, when it goes to 0, it will be routed. If it's lost the cohesion level up to -1, it will be completely destroyed. Yes, so he lost 1 cohesion level for the automatic hit with artillery and got to roll now for the save for 2 normal hits. We use the morale level of the brigade. Okay, the unit card.
Using our army builder, you can create such cards for your units.
Yes, you see the movement, the firefight, the close combat, the morale, it's 4, the cohesion, it's also 4, and unit cost. And some add-ons you can buy for units. So the base morale, because we test the morale of this brigade, is 4. And then we've got some easy modificators. Supporting units. Yes, you see that brigade has 3 supporting units. So we add another 3 dice to that roll. And that brigade is moving through a difficult terrain. So it's easy to hide, it's harder to hit, so it's another 1 dice to the morale. And then Witold will roll a dice, and if he roll more than I, so his units will be saved. And yes, it's 4 successes to my 2 hits, so nothing happened. Yes, of course that brigade in reality gets some casualties, but it doesn't change its cohesion, apart from 1 automatic hit. Yes, so that brigade is pinned also, and that brigade lost 1 cohesion point for the automatic hit from the artillery. So for Witold it will be harder to move that corps and that particular brigade with it. Okay, so that's end of my activation phase. Now it's time for Witold to activate one of his corps. He can choose which one.
Howard, we try to march onto your corps.
Okay. General Howard.
So I will take dice from McClellan and 3 dice from Howard. Difficulty level of passing this test is 2 because Howard is neutral. So each type of test is difficulty level is 2, and yes,
2 is
he
enough.
understood
Yes.
this test, this order, and now I have 9 inches for infantry to move, and +3 for my march test.
March order.
And march order, yes. And I will try to get the closest range to flank of this corps.
That marker shows the zone of control. You cannot enter the zone of control of any enemy units unless you are attacking. Yes? So with normal movement you cannot approach the zone of control inside the zone of control. Yes, you have to stop at the border of the zone of control, which is 3 inches from the base. Yes. So Witold will move with his units. He can get additional bonus for the road, for moving by the road. It's 3 inches, but he have to move more than half of his original movement through the road. Yes.
5 is more than half.
Yes.
Of original 9 inches for infantry, so I got +3.
Yes.
So I can use 7.
Yes, so normally infantry brigade got 9 inches of movement. If you gave them the march order, it's more 3 inches. If they move along the road, they also have another 3 inches. Yes, so it's 15 inches in total when with march order and along the road. But when you move through some terrain, like built-up terrain, like some obstacle, like the walls or fences, or through the forest or through the field of difficult terrain, you will deduct 3 inches from the movement, and you will do it only once. Yes, so when you cross, for example, the wall, difficult terrain, and the forest in one movement, you will deduct 3 inches just once. Yes, so normal infantry will have, for example, 9 inches, of movement plus 3 inches for the march order. And when you move through some obstacle like stone wall, yes, like built-up terrain, you will deduct 3 inches. So it will be 9. Hope it is understandable. Yes, the movement is very, very easy. You measure from the medium point, yes, from the front of the base. Yes, central point in the front of the base. No wheeling, no difficult maneuvers. The movements are very easy in that game and very, very fast.
I've gained control of this strategic point in the meantime.
Yes. So the Union Army is controlling that strategic point. Okay, it's my turn, my activation. It's another defense order, because as you remember, I moved my corps, moved my patrol marker. So, James Longstreet Corps, he will have a difficult task. I take 2 dice from Robert E. Lee, my commander-in-chief, and then take 4 from General Longstreet. He is neutral, so I need 2 success to pass the order test. Let's roll. I see 4, 5, okay, that's a success, 4, beautiful, 4 successes, so he passed the order. And he's got defense, so he can move up to 3 inches. It's a very difficult situation, as you see, because the Union artillery is there on the field and the Union brigades are here on my flank. How to deploy? Okay, we will just change the formation up to 3 inches, not more, yes, from the... So I will move my generals. The generals, they don't have the movement limitations. Thank you. I will move my brigades little here to defend the field and not to be at the flank. Maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Let's play it aggressively. I will move them here. Why here? Because on the next turn, but remember, keep it a secret, do not tell Witold. I will move, just give me the yes, zone of control. I cannot, yes, it's good. Next turn I will try to gain initiative, yes, and I will try to attack with my Longstreet Corps first as the first activation. That's the clever plan. Okay, but it's I can get some flanking fire from his second corps. Let's see how it will work, my plan. Okay, so my activation is finished. Now it's Witold's turn.
Third week. I use all my left dice, one from McClellan and 4 from Sedgwick to roll, and yes, 3 or even more successes, and now I can manage this corp, and now I can, when I have activated this corp, there is a possibility that I can try to rally this infantry to unpin.
Yes.
So it's Infantry Brigade, and I need 1 success to take off this pin marker.
Yes.
So I take
it.
2 dice from him and no success.
So the brigade, it remained pinned.
Yes. That's not funny.
So the artillery fire was very useful.
Okay, I think this position is okay. I don't want to close to my enemy at this moment. I want him to move towards me because I'm in favorite position at this moment. My flanks are protected. So I will just fire from this artillery base to this unit, and I declare I'm checking range
distance,
but obviously it's a little bit longer range because it's powered guns. And they have 18 inches of range, so this base is within the range of fire. I have also three batteries, so I forgot as a basic 3 dice. But I
will change the camera here.
It's
okay.
Flanking fire. So I've got one more
for every battery. So if 3 batteries, so you've got 6 dice, and that's how you see how the artillery works. Yes, so no 3 dice, but 6 dice when flanking fire. Okay, that's pretty powerful.
But I have no reroll because I'm not on the hill. Nevertheless, I've got 2 hits.
And I will have to check my morale. It wasn't the best shot. Okay, lucky me. My unit, he's got 4 morale, +1 for the supporting unit, +1 for the moving and being in difficult terrain. So it's 6 dice total. Is it possible? Yes, I've got 3 success. so no result on that brigade, no significant result of that artillery fire. That I was very lucky. Usually flanking fire makes quite a good casualties. Okay, now when all activations are finished, yes, we can end the turn almost, but we have to move to last phase, to reorganization phase. So we can reduce pinning, we could rally routed units, we could check divisional breaking point, check the army morale, and remove the order markers. So first the reduced of pinning. Witold can reduce now again pinning if he's got some dice to do it.
No dice left.
So you see now how managing of your dice, of your commander dice, is very important, because he don't have any dice to unpin that unit, and it will be still pinned, and with one dice, yes, with one cohesion point lost still. Okay, so that good situation. I don't have any rallying points, any unpinning, so we remove the order markers, yes, and we could end the turn. Now, the next turn, the second turn. First thing you have to do is to restore the command dice. So all generals, they get the dice again, and now you have to plan how to use them. No patrols, so it's on the table, so we don't have any patrol phase. And now another feature which I would like to show you is the battle cards. At the beginning of the battle, you draw 5 battle cards, and then you choose 3 of them. And at the beginning of each turn, you will draw another one. Yes, these battle cards, and they present some chaos on the battlefield, some additional features, and thanks to them, each battle is different. Then I will try to show you, because there are 4 types of battle cards. I hope you will be able to see them. Oh yes, 4 types of battle cards. The first one is the initial effect card. So there are some of them with the blue. I have, for example, Raiders. That's the type of card you play before the battle. You can gain morale, some better weapons, some additional artillery, and some other effects. Then you have the command card. Yes, so it affects the command of your units or enemies. Yes, many cards, they show the real events of the battlefield. Yes, the death of ADC, for example. Luck card. If I don't have any luck and my roll was awful, I can roll the Providence card, for example, if I draw it, to reroll my roll. And combat card. Yes, this one is Rebel Yell. Yes, I can play that card on my unit to increase its statistics in the combat. And when to play the cards? Yes, on every card you will have the text that will say when to play it. Yes, for example, at the beginning of the battle, at the beginning of the turn, after every roll, and so on and so on. Yes, but you can discard any card to do it, because, for example, if Witold he issue any order, he tests an order, I can play, that will be an example, yes, here, I can play the card of death of ADC. And it says that he has to deduct 1 dice with success from his roll. For example, if he needed 2 successes and roll just 2, I will take 1 from him. So the roll will be unsuccessful. That's the problem, because the general will behave according to his character, and he can discard that card by how to do it. He can play 2 command cards, yes, from his hand, or 3 cards of any type. Yes. so he can decide to play or not to play that kind, to discard or not to discard that kind of card when I played. Yes, so you have to manage that card carefully, yes, because there are some different effects on the battlefield, and when player will play some strong cards on your units or on your commander, you have to decide to keep your cards on the next turn or to discard the enemy cards. So it's also an element of strategy of the game, and thanks to it, each game is different. So managing the cards is also very important, and every army, every nation in our game got different deck, which reflects the historical features of that nation and some historical events that happened during the wars of that nation. Okay, so that's the beginning of the turn. Of the next turn, we will roll for initiative. So as in the last time, maybe I change camera, I take all my dice. So why all the dice? Because the opponent, when he see my card, yes, that's my general commander-in-chief card, he will, if I took just 3 dice from here, he will see that I took 3 dice, yes, okay, oh, so he will roll 4, yes, so I take all of them, then he doesn't see it, yes, I will take 4, I want to have initiative there, yes, so I will take 5, okay, 2 will be back, and I will roll with 5 dice. Okay, we can roll. And Witold decided not to use any dice of the commander-in-chief. It is possible. Yes, that was misguidance. Okay, a tricky player, but good. You can do it. You can do it. That's the war. Yes, I have a lot of 18 plus 5 and more. I won't be able to use that dice anymore, but I have initiative. Now we go. Okay, so that's the initiative phase. We draw another card for our deck. So we have 3 cards at the beginning of the turn initiative phase. I draw another card to my deck. Yes, I'll show you. Okay, and then after that we go to patrol phase. But we don't have patrol markers, so we skip the patrol phase, and then we go to command phase. So both players have to issue an order. So now, let's fight a little. I will give the advance order here, and I will also give an advance order here on Jackson's Corps. Right? You can, during that command phase, you can move your generals also, for them to be close to your units. Okay. I issue an order, both orders, waiting for the other player, for Witold to do it. Okay, it's my initiative, so I have to reveal first order. Of course, because I feel the danger of that artillery hill, I will do it according to my plan, so I will reveal advance order on Longstreet Corps. And okay, Longstreet is neutral, so he needs 2 success to pass the order. I will take 2 dice from Robert E. Lee, and I will take 4 from Longstreet. That's 6. Hope the 6 dice will be enough for 2 success. 6, yes, just to be sure. My rolls are sometimes, you know that, you play war games. Okay, I've got 3, so it's statistics. Okay, 3 successes, so I managed to issue an order, so Longstreet got advance order. And then I can of course move, but with advance order, because the troops are prepared to advance, it will be slower than with march order. But the main purpose of giving advance order is to attack the enemy. And I will do it, of course. First, I have to declare all the attacks. So I declare that that brigade will attack that brigade, and that brigade will attack that brigade. Now, Witold can reveal his order as a reaction to my attack. Yes, he's got defense order. You don't have to do it. You can reveal the order later. But for example, because Witold revealed defense order, he will have a bonus to a firefight and close combat if he remained stationary. So it's good to pass an order now as a reactive order. Yes, we call it reactive order. So I will wait for him to pass an order.
I will try to pass this order only on 4 dice, 1 from McClellan and 3 from Howard.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay.
Yes. 2 success. Good. So he has defense order. Yes. He will have bonus. And now when I declare my attacks, he can react to my attacks by different ways. For example, by the retreat, but he can also choose stand and shoot, and he can also issue a counter charge. There are many options to react on the charge, but some of them depends on the order you have. So if you have an advance order, so you cannot retreat when you are attacked, yes, and so on.
I will stand and shoot.
Okay, stand and shoot, fantastically. What I do now, I will put that small measuring tape because it got 1 inch of white, and what we do is we put our units to a firefight distance, which is 1 inch. So 1 inch here, 1 inch here. Yes, and we start every combat, well, almost every combat, but normally every combat, with the firefight. Yes, that unit will fight with this unit will fight this unit. And it is important for you to know that to attack the enemy, to shoot to the enemy, you cannot just move in some range of shooting. No. To fight with the enemy, you have to do it like we did. So declare the attack, and then declare the reaction, and then we start a firefight.
And sometimes you need to check the range.
Yes, of course, because usually after declaration I have to check the range. It was very close here, so it was no problem to go there, and we can start a firefight. How to do it? It's very easy. Just show once again the card, please. As you can see, so every unit got the firefight statistics, which is 5, close combat statistics, which will be useful if we have a close combat, and morale statistics, and you will use them in that fight. The normal brigade got 5 on this occasion, so I will start with that combat. Yes, so that's a normal brigade. I will use 5 dice of my firefight statistics to
both brigades have regular training level.
Yes, the veterans or some elites will have better, or you can buy some better rifles to increase their firefight skills and so on. Okay, let's roll. Wow, that was a fantastic roll. 5 hits, 100%. The dice are good for me.
Yes, and my morale is 4. Another dice for supporting.
Yes.
And this wall,
2
dice.
Yes. So as you see, it's good to be in a good terrain and supported because the morale is high. And I'm unlucky, and Witold is lucky because he's got also 5. Okay, so it's a draw. What happens? Witold will have to fire his brigade. So let's hope the result will be the same. Yes? So if he misses, it will be a draw.
I've got 5. Very poor.
Just one. Lucky me again. I've got 4 morale, +1 for the support, +1 for the difficult terrain I'm in. So I just need, well, I will roll again, but I've got 5 here. Yes. Oh. Again, lucky me. So 1 to 1. So as I said, it's a draw. So both brigades, they lost 1 point of cohesion.
and remains in their positions.
Yes, they are locked in the combat, in the firefight, which happened many times during the Civil War. Okay, let's make another combat here. I have a veteran brigade here. So the veterans got 6 firefight, not 5 but 6. Let's roll. And it's another 5, a fantastic roll. I have to play more often in front of the camera. Got better rolls. Okay, so 5. Witold now have to roll for his morale. Oh yeah.
And as with previous unit, basically 4 to another for high and solid wall, and another dice for supporting.
Yes. So the brigade supports each other.
Not good as yours.
And as you can see, it's 3 versus 5. So I scored 2 hits more than a morale roll. So the Witold's brigade lost 2 points of cohesion, 2 out of 4. So I took half of its cohesion. Okay.
And return fire.
Yes, return fire.
So I got 5.
It's simultaneous, yes, so 2. You've got +1 for the defense order, yes?
Yes.
Just add +1 for the defense order. So 3 hits. Okay, I got 4 morale, +1 for the supporting unit, +1 for the difficult terrain I'm in. So let's see. I scored 2. So it's Witold scored 1 more, but as I have the veterans, they have once a turn, they can re-roll 1 dice. It can be morale roll or firefight or close combat roll. I decide that I will re-roll 1 dice because of the veterans units here. And yes, it's 4. So it's a draw, so no losses. Okay, so it's 2-0.
In losses.
Yes, in losses of cohesion. Okay, now when we finish that combat, we have to make a combat results. Here we have a draw. And so these 2 brigades will remain in combat. But here I won by 2. Yes. So that brigade will be pushed away. It will be pushed away by half of its movement, reducing, so it will be 4 inches. What can I do now? There is, after the first round of combat, there is a second round of combat, and I can decide to stay in that place. Okay, it will be very safe. I can take the position of the brigade I've just pushed back. It will be also a good solution, because when I will put my brigade here, that brigade will be also pushed because of my flanking position. But also I can do a third thing, which I will do to show you how it works. I can attack that brigade. I can make a pursuit. So when I declare that I will move to attack that brigade in the second round of combat, pursuing it, both brigades lost 1 point of cohesion. Yes, because I'm running for him. It's very hard to keep a cohesion. Yes, and he feels threatened by my brigade. So I lost 1 point of cohesion here. So once again a firefight. Yes, so 1 inch. I will put my little dice here, and we start the second round of combat with the firefight. And how to calculate now? Okay, I've got veterans brigade, so it's 6. But Witold's brigade lost 3 cohesion points. And for every cohesion point, I will add 1 dice, as it's easily to route the brigades which lost a lot of cohesion. So I will have 9 dice. 9 dice to roll. Let's roll a good roll. Quite a good. 2, 3 success, 4, 5. Okay, almost statistically. So 5 successes. No more reroll because I use it for the morale roll on the first round of combat. Witold is defending with just 4 morale and he scored 2. So 2 against 5, it's 3 for me. So he lost 3 points of cohesion. So it means that his brigade went below 0. So it's completely destroyed. Yes, the soldiers are just running away. Some of them are killed. They are running. They will not see that battlefield on that date. That brigade is destroyed. But remember that we make a fight in a simultaneous way. So Witold will shoot also to my brigade.
Basically with 5 and another dice for your
loss of cohesion. Yes, because my brigade, pursuing the enemy, lost 1 point of cohesion. So we've got 3 dice. I've got 4 morale plus 2 for the built-up terrain. Yes, it will be enough. Let's roll. 2. Oh, okay. 2 versus 3. So I lost another 1 point of cohesion. Okay, so this combat was very hard for my brigade, but okay, it was successful because I lost. I destroyed the Union Brigade and just took some losses. At the end of the turn, at the reorganization phase, I will try to rally my brigade to regain some of the lost cohesion. So until it's not destroyed, you can try to rally your brigades using your dice, your commander dice, and the division commanders, they comes in handy for that, because they do not use the dice for the orders, they just can use the dice for flanking maneuvers, for rallying the units, and so on. Okay, that's the end of my activation, and that's the end of our demo, because we just show you the basics, how the combat works, how the game, how is the flow of the game. In the next activation, Witold would move his core or activate his another one. We will be shooting, there will be some fighting, and so on and so on. Everything like here. So we hope that you liked our demo game. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask. We'll be happy to answer them. We hope that you liked our game, how it looked like. Remember that usually we play much bigger games. Yes, that's a small table. Usually we play 48 to 48 inches or 48 to 72 inches or even bigger ones. That's just a small demo game, just to show you how the rules of the Gods of War Robert E. Lee look like and how they work. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your attention. We are in touch, and once again, feel free to ask any questions. And we encourage you to visit, of course, our webpage, to subscribe to our YouTube channel, to be on time with any news we will publish.
Thank you very much.
Have a great day.